Welcome to our math class. We will be studying about addition and subtraction of mixed numbers. Three and one half. It is a combination of whole number and a fraction. It is called a mixed number. What other mixed numbers do you know? 1 and 1/6, 3 and 5/8, 2 and 3/9. Very good. These are all mixed numbers. Now, since we are talking about addition and subtraction of mixed numbers, let's focus first in addition. To add 1/4 and 3, simply combine fractions 3 and 1/4 and write it as a mixed number, 3 and 1/4. To add mixed numbers, add the fraction parts and the whole number parts separately, then put them together. Simplify the sum when you get the higher term or an improper fractions. For example, 14 and 3/5 plus 10 and 1/5. That is equal to 24 and 4/5. How did we get the answer? By following these steps. Step 1. We add the fraction 3/5 and 1/5. That is equal to 4/5. Step 2. We add the whole numbers. 14 plus 10 equals 24. In step 3, the sum is 24 and 4/5. Notice that the fraction is already in the simplest form. So that is our final answer, 24 and 4/5. To add dissimilar fractions in mixed forms, change the fractions to similar fractions by finding their LCD, then add the usual way. Example, 5 and 3/4 plus 8 and 5/6. So notice that in the fraction or in the fractions that we have, they have the different denominator, or they are dissimilar fractions. So first, we need to get the similar fractions or change it to similar fractions. So 5 and 3/4 plus 8 and 5/6, getting its equivalent fraction, that is 9/12 and 10/12. How did we get 9/12? That is 12 divided by the denominator 4, that is 3, times 3 equals 9, and the other one is 12 divided by 6 equals 2 times 5 equals 10. Now, following the steps in adding mixed numbers with similar fractions, we added the numerators 9 and 10, that is 19. Then copy the same denominator, 12. Then add the whole numbers, 5 plus 8 equals 13. So 13 and 9/12 is not yet the final answer. Since the fraction is in proper form, we will simplify it. The answer is 14 and 7/12. Now let's find out how did we get the answer. So here are the steps we followed. Step 1, find the LCM of 4 and 6. So the LCM of 4 and 6 is 12. Now, how did we get 12 as the LCM? So we use the prime factorization. In 4, we have 2 times 2, and in 6, we have 2 times 3. Now, since we have here 2, one pair of 2, we counted that as 1, then the remaining prime factors will be also multiplied to 2. So we have 2 times 2 times 3 equals 12. And that 12 is used as the LCD to get the answer in step 2. So in step 2, we have to change the equivalent fractions. So from 3/4, it became 9/12. And from 5/6, it became 10/12. Step 3. Add the similar fractions. So 9/12 plus 10/12 equals 19/12. Step 4. Add the whole numbers. 5 plus 8 equals 13. Step 5. Change 9/12 into a mixed number. So 9/12 in the simplest form or in a mixed number is 1 and 7/12. How? By dividing the numerator by its denominator. So 19 divided by 12 equals 1. The remainder is 7. So we use that as the numerator. And the final answer is 7/12 or 1 and 7/12. 6. Add 1 and 7/12 and 13. The sum is 14 and 7/12. Subtraction. What is 2 and 3/4? Notice that we have here whole number and fraction. So let us use the mathematical model. One whole plus another whole that is divided into 4 equal parts. So that is 3/4. The answer is 1 and 1/4. This shows that you can rename 2 as 1 and 1/4, then subtract 3/4. You will get 1 and 1/4. Here's the solution. 2. We rename 2 to 1 and 1/4 minus 3/4. Steps. Subtract the fractions. So 4 minus 3 equals 1. Copy the same denominator. There is nothing to subtract from whole number 1, so just bring it down. Therefore, to subtract a fraction from whole number, rename the whole number as a mixed number, whose fraction part has the same denominator as the subtrahend. Example, 7 minus 3/8. The denominator of 3/8 is 8. So, to rename 7 as a mixed number, it becomes 6 and 8/8. Thus, 7 minus 3/8 equals 6 and 8/8 minus the subtrahend 3/8, that is equal to 6 and 5/8. Explain why 7 is equal to 6 and 8/8. Very good. it is 6 and 8/8 because we renamed it. To subtract dissimilar fractions in mixed forms, change the fractions to similar fractions by finding their LCD. Then add the usual. Example: 25 and 7/8 minus 14 and 3/6. To subtract the fraction, change first the dissimilar into similar fractions. You have 7/8 and 13/6. So they have a different denominator. So that is dissimilar. Now let us change that into similar fractions. The LCM of 8 and 6 is 24. So the LCD is 24. Step 2. Get the equivalent fraction. 7/8 is equal to 21 over 24. And 3/6 is equal to 12 over 24. Next, subtract the whole number parts. 25 minus 14 equals 11. Step 4. Put together the difference of the fraction parts and the whole number parts. And the result is 11 and 9/24. Step 5. Simplify the fraction part if possible. Now, since the fraction part, or 9/24, is not yet in the simplest form, we need to simplify it by finding the GCF, or the greatest common factor. So 9 divided by 3 equals 3, and 24 divided by 3 equals 8, because we divided by 3 because the GCF is 3. Now the answer is 11 and 3/8. Remember, to add or subtract mixed numbers, add or subtract fraction parts and the whole number parts separately. Then put together the sum or difference of the fractions and the whole numbers. Simplify the sum or difference if it is mixed number with a higher term or improper fractions.
That's all for today. Please like, share, and subscribe to watch more videos. Thank you for watching.